What is up, guys? Rob here at Bob Evans Classics. If you like classic cars, please hit the subscribe button. You can see all of our new inventory as we get in every week, and you can watch me and Chris go out and chase classic cars. Please subscribe today. We'll see you then. Let's go. What is up, guys? Rob here at Bob Evans Classics. I got a nice looking Trans Am for you today. Looks like a Bandit to me. I don't know. We're gonna go through it. It's got T-tops. It's got a 455 under the hood. Pretty sweet daily driver coming up, guys. We're gonna do a full walkthrough of the good, the bad, and if there's any ugly. There's a couple flaws on the body I will go over with you guys. Full condition report, and also the background where I got the car. If you like classic cars, please hit the subscribe button if you want to see all of our new inventory as we get it in. You'll watch me go out and chase classic cars. Plus, you'll watch them sell. You'll see what we post them for, so you guys know what the classic car market's all about. We will show you what classic cars actually sell for, what we sell them for, not the ridiculous pricing that big companies like to put out there and they keep them in their warehouse for 10 months at a time. But this is the real deal pricing. 1980 Pontiac Trans Am, guys. Now, I know what you're saying. In 1980, they did not have a 455. And you are right about that, but this one does have a 455 HO under the hood, and I will show you. This was a neighbor of mine, his car. He's had the car 20 plus years. He took the engine that was out of it and put a 455 that was built by Penndel Performance. Mike, the owner there, built up that engine real nice. This is a driver quality. It's gonna need paint, or you can drive it the way it is. It's got scratches, it's got flaws in the paint. Good thing about this car, there's really no rust on this car. It was garage kept. It's got T-tops. The interior is not too bad. It does have some flaws. This would make a great restoration project for somebody that wants to daily drive it, and they can drive it whenever they want, and slowly over time fix it up. We'll start with the condition. We'll start actually with the front clip, because the front clip probably has the biggest flaw, and it's going to be right here. The paint did come off here. It's got some scratches here, some chips here, chip here. The lights seem to be in good shape. I don't see any cracks. You got some fading here on the Pontiac sign. The car is a good, I would say, probably 5-footer. It looks really good from 5-6 feet away. And when you get up on it, you can see the flaws. You can see this one a little bit further back. Going onto the passenger side fender, you got a little ding there. A little looks like sap here, here, here. Scratch there. You got some hazing here. You got a scratch here. No rot, no rust or anything like that. The body lines look pretty straight. If you look down the car, it is nice and straight. It's got these Eagle Goodyear tires on, and they're in perfect condition. The rim's got some little bit of wear on it. It's got the snowflakes. Now, included in the sale, I have a full Trans Am Phoenix, or a breathing chicken firebird, whatever you want to call it. I know some people call it that on the internet. The chicken breathing fire Phoenix. I have a full decal set for this, so once you paint it, you can put that on. This is a little bit smaller than the other one. The other one's a full size. This door gap is nice and straight. You can see that door is nice. Now, one thing I will tell you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys know this already, but the GM from the late 70s and early 80s, these doors like to sag. This one we will see. Let's check it out. That door closes pretty good. That was a very light close, and it's a heavy door. So the door does not sag, and it shuts very good. We do have a little chipping right here, you can see. Now, I will say this, with the paint that's on it, you can see my reflection really good. You can see how many fingers I'm holding up. You can see all that. So considering the old paint on it, it actually shines well besides the flaws. T-tops are in good shape. We've had it inside. I don't know if they leak or not. Got a little flaw right here, a little bubbling. I'm pushing hard on it. It's not rot or anything. A little scratch right there. Another scratch right there. Again, making this car real nice. You definitely want to put paint on it. It would be a good car to do paint for, because you can see the body lines are pretty straight on it. I don't see, really, when I bought this car, I didn't see any rot or rust. You got a couple little superficial scratches here. This back quarter is nice and solid. Tires in good shape. The wheel looks pretty good too. A couple little flaws in the wheel. Up on top here, good. The rest of the T-top looks good. Just this little corner right here, got a little bubble there. Big scratch back here. You can see that. More than a few feet away. You can step back about 10 feet and you can see it. So that is obviously a big one here. Maybe that's the worst part of the car, that scratch there. Back end looks good. Let's see how that trunk lines up. The trunk gap here is nice and even. I don't know if you can see that on camera. It's pretty dark. It's a little bit thinner here. See, it gets thin here and it comes out. So that side's more even. That side's not as quite as nice. Back windshield looks good. I don't see any cracks, any problems with it. Going on to the rear quarter. Rear quarter's nice and solid. No bubbling, no nothing. Got a little chip there, but it's definitely nice. Look at that body line, guys. I mean, car is straight on. It's nice and straight, real good. This would, like I said, make a perfect car for somebody that wants to get in it, drive it around town, go to the shop with it, go get food, go to a restaurant, go to a show, and bring it home. Over time, fix it up, maybe, you know, put a paint job on it and put the decals on it, make it a real nice car. Mechanically, I know my neighbor put a bunch of money in the engine, putting that 455. And the engine builder who did it, he's got a good reputation in Pennsylvania as a really solid engine builder. Scratch right here, chip. This door gap, a little snug up here compared to the bottom. So let's see, usually the drivers are the ones that hang the most. And it closes pretty darn good. Surprising. Because they usually don't close that well. Check out the gap here. The gap is a little bit wider than I think it should, but it's even, which is nice. And the door closes properly. No rust along the bottom of the doors. I don't see anything. Let's look on the inside where sometimes they develop rust under here. Nothing, nada. Nice and straight. Door closes extremely well. Scratch here, here, and here. Got your VIN number here. A little imperfection here. It looks like a little crack possibly in the glass right there. Fender looks good. Tires pretty much newer. And the rim's the same as the other ones. As far as the hood, you got a scratch. Again, the car has a little bit of scratches all over. Another imperfection here. But for what it is, for it being a 455, for it being a good driver, this car is all there for the person that wants to turn it into a really, really nice car. It's not far off, guys. taking a look underneath the car. And underneath, like, this is all solid. The rails are solid. Boom. Looks like the muffler's a little bit old. Probably would replace that. Down here, usually they rot out real good. Nothing. Like I said, I know the owner, and I know he did a bunch of engine work to it. I know he kept it in the garage. And that's why I was attracted to this car, because there really is no rot. There's not much rust at all on this car, if any. I think just by the T-top there was a little spot just starting. But to find a TA that's this clean underneath, it's hard. But we'll pop open the hood. All right, guys, so we got a 455. This motor's clean. It was all done up. You got your original tag right here with the options and all that. It's fairly clean under here. On the inside, you got a little bit of wear here on the door panel. The seats do need to be redone. This one's got a little cut in it. Back seats look good. Oh, this seat looks good here. The dash pad looks good. Showing 69,414, 69,000 miles. Which, with the new engine, those would be inaccurate. Looks like the lights turned on. I don't see the windshield wipers working. Okay, this is disconnected as well. Radio turns on. That window goes up pretty good. And so does that window go up pretty good. No horn. Turn signal works. Right turn signal works. Not a perfect car by any means, but it's got the potential, guys. Engine sounds real good. Lights work. This one's out. Up for sale now, BobEvansClassics.com. Give us a call or go on our website. If it's not on our website, the car is sold. Price is in the description. 25,000 buys it. What do you think? You know these TAs are getting harder and harder to buy with T-tops. The pricing on these are outrageous. I think this one's an affordable car for somebody that wants to restore it and get it ready to go. You ain't gonna find one with a 455 all built up. Appreciate you guys checking out our page. God bless the USA. Talk to you later.